Hello and welcome to Game 1 of the three-game set between Bryan College and Kentucky Christian University in baseball. Wonderful weather today. We got Jacob Allman on the mound starting for Lions. Who else do we have on the field?
So behind the plate, catching him, his battery mate will be Jaron Morris. And then across the infield, Will Curcio will be playing first. Cyrus Campos will be at second, Jake Sabo at third, and Dante Morton at shortstop. The outfield in left field will be Logan Stradley, Caleb Ramsey in center, and Cade Cook will be playing right field today. And DHing will be Chris Hall. And then for Kentucky Christian, they will be leading off with number 8, Christian Garcia, playing second base, followed by number 26, Tate Scott, playing left field. Batting third will be number 17, Jan Rivera at shortstop. Hitting cleanup will be number 13, Fidel Alvear, playing third base. Batting fifth, number 3, Daniel Hernandez at first base. Batting sixth, number 30, Ty Scott in right field. Batting seventh, number 4, Zach Lyons will be DHing. Batting eighth will be number 25, Jordan Hartley behind the dish. And batting ninth will be number 5, Max Johnson, playing center field with Andrew Combs on the mound.
Now we have our leadoff batter, Christian Garcia, coming up to the plate. And now for the ball game. First pitch from Jacob Allman misses low and away, starting the game 1-0.
It is some beautiful weather today.
It's wonderful, windy and warm. And there's a called strike. 1-1 count from Allman. One to Garcia. Allman gets his sign. No hurry here. That one's hit up the middle, fairly high, not very deep. Center fielder ranges over, and I'll make the catch for out number 1, just 3 pitches in.
That'll bring up Tate Scott to the plate for the Knights.
Left fielder Tate Scott. Quick 3 pitches for Allman. Pretty solid work, get the first out. Tate's got a lefty batter. Garcia was a righty. So a lefty-righty matchup for Allman. The first pitch, he throws a slider, backdoor slider, catches the plate to make it 0-1. He started off Garcia with a fastball, and he started off Tate Scott with a slider. And that one's hit in the air, left side, fairly deep, ranging back, and he'll make the catch just shy of the warning track. He'll have to stop himself on the gravel. That is Logan Stradley. Is that Stradley? Yeah, that's Logan Stradley over in left field, makes the catch. Another quick out, 5 pitches in. Allman's got 2 down already. And up to the plate now we have Jan Rivera, the shortstop for KCU. And there's a called strike. Inside slider, catches the corner of the plate. Now, a couple weeks ago, Jacob Allman had a really good game.
Yeah, he ended up being the AAC pitcher of the week, as that slider's just going to miss inside.
Yeah, Allman threw a complete game, gave up just 1 hit. I don't think he walked anybody. That maybe just 1 walk, not many base runners. That one's roped to the left side. It's going to drop in for a base hit. A 2-out single for Jan Rivera. Puts 1 on, which will bring up Fidel Alvear, the third baseman for KCU. Runner at first, 2 outs. I believe we're just 7 pitches total, 8 pitches total, and there's a pick off to first, no tag. And Bryan just coming off of a series win against Tennessee Wesleyan, who's a top 10 team in the country. Them and Reinhardt, both in our conference, are ranked pretty highly. That's hit hard up the middle on a line. It's going to drop and be caught on a hop by the center fielder. That is Caleb Ramsey out there. Back-to-back singles, puts it first and second, 2 outs.
Be big for Allman here to limit the damage, get out of this inning without giving up any runs. Those 2 quick first outs are always massive to limit damage here.
And Almond not doing anything. He's doing everything right, throwing strikes. He's gotten the first couple outs pretty quickly on contact, and just a couple of rope singles for these two to get on. There's a called strike. Both lefties so far. He started off with a slider on the outside of the plate. 0-1. Almond gets his sign. Not really worried about that runner. Here's the pitch. Fouled back into the net, 0-2. I think this is our first 0-2 count of the game.
It is.
Got a couple quick outs. He never got to 2 strikes, or at least not an 0-2.
No, he hasn't got to 2 strikes yet.
A lot of contact. So far, 4 straight at-bats that ended with contact.
Yes, and 3 pitches the most to any single batter so far.
Oh, we'll change that now as the third pitch misses down and away. 1-2 count to Daniel Hernandez, first baseman. And steps back to second, no throw. That's his 1 disengagement without a throw for this batter. Still 1-2, first and second, 2 outs. And the pitch, grounder, foul. Wow.
Off the top of
you don't see that often.
Scotty Hunt dugout, newly named this year.
He bounced it so hard it just skimmed off the roof. You don't normally see it off of a grounder. Still a 1-2 count. Going to the 5th pitch of this AB. 2 outs, 2 on. And the pitch misses in the dirt. Kept close by Jaron. That goes to a 2-2 count.
This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat.
Allman likely trying not to give him something too easy to hit. He got ahead 0-2. He's trying to get him to swing or at least make bad contact at something. Pick off
and
the
they
second.
Got him. Oh.
Just safe.
Safe there.
Good move. Good job by Dante getting there. Really well-placed pickoff as well.
Spoke a little too soon on that one. I apologize to the fans at home.
It was close. Anybody's call. 2-2 count still. Let's see if the runners go. Probably not on 2-2. Maybe on 3-2 if we get there. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Having trouble picking it up. Throw to first. Just in time to get out number 3. Almond faces 5. A couple of singles. No runs scored. No errors. No walks. We'll be back in the bottom of the 1st with the Lions up to bat on the Lions Radio Network. We are back, bottom of the 1st inning, and the lineup for the Lions in order.
Leading off will be number 25, Caleb Ramsey, playing center field. Batting second, number 26, Cade Cook, playing right field. Batting third, number 5, Dante Morton, playing shortstop. Batting fourth, number 44, Will Curcio, playing first base. Batting fifth, number 11, Logan Stradley, in left field. Batting sixth, number 1, Cyrus Campos, who will be playing second base. Number 17, Jaron Morris behind the plate, batting 7th. Number 27, Chris Hall is the DH today, batting 8th. And batting 9th is Jake Sabo, playing 3rd.
And they will face on the mound Andrew Combs. Now leading off for the Lions, center fielder Caleb Ramsey. First pitch, a called strike. 0-1 count. Hit hard on the right side, down the line, just fair. That's all the way into the corner. Ramsey's going to round first, heading to second. He's going full tilt. He'll slow up and stop at second for a lead-off single for Caleb Ramsey. A great way to start the game for the Lions.
Leadoff double there. It's a good way to get started.
Really early hitting for the Lions. Just 2 pitches in, and he roped that ball over to right field. Batting now for the Lions, our right fielder, Cade Cook. And he'll take the first one low for ball 1.
Cade Cook, a local product from Ray County High School, started his career off at Lee University and has found his way over here to back home to Bryan.
It's his second year at Bryan. He came in last year and quickly became one of the starters, and that one's off his hands going down the line, foul. 1-1 count for Cade Cook. Yeah, Cook kind of solidified himself last year by hitting, I believe, a walk-off home run like the second week into the season. We're like, yeah, he's staying in the field after that. Got really good range in the field as well defensively. And he's been a staple hitter. And that one's hit sky high, shallow right field. Second baseman drifting back about 10 feet into the grass. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Cook just missed underneath that one. Took a big cut. I'm going to bring to the plate shortstop Dante Morton, wearing number 5. Number 5, a pretty significant number for the Lions.
Yes, it is not a number that can be chosen by a player, but it is decided by the coaching staff on who best represents Bryan baseball from a total perspective, not just the baseball aspect of it, as he's going to take that slider for strike 1.
Yeah, Dante, well, number 5, the jersey actually has a little logo on it, a little piece near the shoulder that shows it's a captain's jersey. So Dante is representing Lions as the captain of the team this year. He'll take that one above his head to make it 1-1. Now, he's also had a really good season so far. Started slow and then sped up and never slowed back down. A couple of weeks ago, he won National Player of the Week.
He was National Player of the Week. That's a very distinguished honor.
Hit, I believe, 4 home runs that week, batted over 400, just was overall really good. And then last week, he hit another 3 home runs, I believe. Him and 2 other teammates, I believe, hit 3 on the series against T-Dubs.
Yeah, I know there were a lot of home runs hit there. Talking to Coach Mack about that.
Will Curcio, one of them. I know Cyrus hit a home run. I don't know if he was one of those multi-home run hitters. But a lot of good hitting this weekend against very good pitching staff.
Yeah, and a good advantage count here for Dante to really try to make some hard contact, get himself a single at least, try to get that run in here. Take that early 1-0 lead for the Lions.
We got 3-1, runner on second. The pitch misses away. That will put Dante on for free, a 5-pitch walk. Only that first pitch slider was in the zone for him. So 1 out, first and second, and that brings up Will Curcio, our first baseman. He hit 3 home runs over the weekend. He's been hot. He came in, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, and was originally a red shirt. And they ended his red shirt status and put him in. Well, they got him to play. You don't have to give away your red shirt status immediately, but after enough play time, and he had a home run like that first weekend, and he's been in the lineup since. Fouls that one back to make it 0-1.
You don't see a lot of freshmen in college baseball lineups hitting cleanup like you do here with Curcio. So bright future for him, but also a bright present.
He has been hitting well recently. Yeah, him in the 4-hole, and behind him is a sophomore, Logan Stradley. He'll take that one up and in to make it 1-1. Curcio also he's wearing number 44, which has become kind of a local favorite number for the Lions. Last year, that was Bryson Lofton, who went on to play D1 this year. That was always a key part of our lineup. So multiple years in a row, we've had number 44 hitting in the cleanup spot. And he'll hit that one high and foul. He got a lot more of that ball than I thought he did. Only about 6 feet shy of being far enough to go out.
Home run distance, very close.
And that wasn't even a good contact there. A 1-2 count to Curcio. 1 out, first and second. Courtesy of a leadoff double and a walk. That one's up and in. Watch out for in your ear. 2-2 count to Curcio now. Combs gets his sign. Nobody covering second. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled back. It's going to land on the hill. Count remains 2-2. Still a 2-2 count to Curcio. And the pitch, fouled back again. Curcio just missing underneath these.
Yeah, you can normally tell a guy that fouls the ball straight back, he's on it timing-wise, just not quite catching the center of the ball with the barrel of the bat.
Usually just catching right underneath it, spinning it back. Not a bad spot to be because you're just hair off, an inch off of hitting it pretty hard.
Yeah, and it shows that timing is good, as that is a ball outside there.
And timing's one of the hardest parts of hitting. Getting timed up to a pitch moving 80, 90 plus miles an hour at a weird angle.
I would argue it's the hardest thing to do in sports is hit a baseball.
And we got a 3-2 count. Let's see what he does. Check swing, fouled into the net. Likely would have been ball 4, but we'll go back to a 3-2 count again. Now we're going to pitch number 7, right? Or is this pitch number 8?
This will be actually pitch number 9.
Number 9. We've already hit. So 3 foul balls.
Yeah, 3 foul balls.
Longest AB of the game so far.
Technically 4. The first strike was a foul ball as well.
That one misses away. Didn't want to give him anything he could hit. Second walk in a row. Puts us at bases loaded, 1 out to start the game for the Lions. With Logan Stradley, the 5-hole hitter, in left field up at the plate. Really good chance for the Lions to take a lead here.
Very big.
That was one thing. Even though Allman had a couple of base runners last inning, he didn't give any free bases up. A couple of roped singles and nothing else. That one's taken low and away for the first ball by Stradley.
I think what you see here is the Lions are going to kind of be patient at the plate, knowing that he hasn't thrown a lot of strikes over the past few at-bats. Really make sure you get your pitch, that you can really make solid contact too.
That one just misses up. Probably not far off of that pitch he was looking for.
No, that's one that you see a lot of guys swing at just because it looks so much better than what it actually ends up being.
Fastball just above the zone is a really enticing pitch to swing at. So him not swinging there means he's being pretty selective. That misses as well. 3-0 count to Stradley. And I wonder, probably not a green light here.
Yeah,
but
I would say after back-to-back walks and a 3-0 count, probably taking here, but I'm not sure on Coach Mack's philosophies on that.
We'll see, and it depends on the player too. But a walk is a run, but a meatball down the middle for strike 1, it's kind of hard not to swing at. That's not close, and that's ball 4.
So that's going to be the first run of the day for the Lions there as Caleb Ramsey will come across the plate.
3 consecutive walks for Andrew Combs is going to bring out their head coach. He's going to come talk to him. Likely no replacement anytime soon. It's pretty early, but
No, and I'm not even sure. I guess the bullpen's out there in left field. It looks like somebody is getting up, but due to the signs, we can't really see if somebody's actually warming up.
yeah, we can only see if the ball's being thrown occasionally. Yeah, just a quick meeting at the mound, just telling them to calm down, throw in the zone, get some strikes going, make them hit to you, not don't give them any free bases.
So I like to call a nice little reset there for the
Mhm.
pitcher, just kind of, take his mind off the fact that, there's been 3 straight walks. Hey, just get back in the zone here. Let your defense play for you.
Now at the plate for the Lions, Cyrus Campos. He's at second base. He's been at third base most of the season. He was a middle infielder before, and now he's returned back to second base with Sabo going over to the corner. Take the first pitch for a 1-0 count. That one missed. Hasn't thrown a strike in a while.
No, he not since Curcio.
What?
As they're going to call Dante Morton out on a pickoff there that Coach Mack is not very happy with the call, and neither am I, to be quite frank.
So bases loaded, and after that 1-0 pitch, the catcher threw behind Dante, backpicked Dante over at third, and the umpire called him out. Didn't look like it, and most of the field agreed with that call, or disagreed with that call, agreed that he looked safe. But a 2-0 count now to Cyrus, and he's going to take a huge hack at that one. Well, lead runner now 180 feet away instead of just 90. 2 outs on the board instead of 1. Very different feel, circumstance-wise.
In 2 pitches, the entire complexion of the inning has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Both getting back into the strike column, but also picking up an out and getting that runner from third base off the field.
And the 3-1 pitch misses away. Another walk. 4 straight walks would have been a run scored if not for that call. That brings up, this is going to be Jaron Morris, our catcher, with bases loaded now, 2 outs. Still a great chance to score. We've already scored 1. Jaron's been hot. He's been hitting home runs all season. One of our better and consistent hitters all year. I haven't looked at his stats in a while, but I believe he's been above 300 pretty much the whole season.
I think so.
Wasn't hitting home runs early, but he was hitting, and then he started hitting for power. And that one's hit hard right side on a line, caught by the right fielder. He had to jump back and make a last-second adjustment. And that will end the inning. Out number 3. Put to the plate 7 runners, scored 1. Was that 5 total walks?
4.
4 total walks. 1 hit, 4 walks. Scored 1. We'll be back in the top of the second inning with KCU back at the plate on the Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the second inning. KCU at the plate. Now leading off for KCU, we have Ty Scott. Scott is the 6-hole right fielder wearing number 30. He will bat righty. First appearance of the day.
Let's hope for another quick, efficient inning from Allman here.
Yeah, just lots of strikes, no walks. Make them put it in play or strike out trying. And that one, he did not go. It's going to be a ball just above the zone.
Same thing there we saw last inning, that kind of right above the strike zone fastball is always so enticing to a hitter.
Especially if you're trying to be aggressive, but that one's hit hard, left side, in the air, pretty deep. That ball's gone. It's going to go off the net about halfway through the batting cage. That will tie the game 1-1. A leadoff home run for Ty Scott, which will bring to the plate Zach Lyons, the DH. Lyons, a left-handed batter, the one of 3 in the lineup for KCU. That one's fouled off. First pitch. I don't think we're finding that ball.
Oh, if it's coming back, it might end up at us.
Lucky bounce. 0-1 count for Allman. And there's a grounder right side. Is that fair? It's foul.
I think it went off of the batter's foot.
Yeah, off his foot or off of the box, which is automatically a foul ball.
Makes it an 0-2 count.
Just the second one of I think the whole game for both sides. They didn't really throw us many. 0-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out. That misses up and away to make it 1-2. One-two count from Allman. Here's the pitch. Misses the slider away. Just left it arm side. Trying to catch the corner of the plate, but that one missed. So 2-2. Middle infielder's playing back. That just misses off the plate. So a full count now to Lions. Three-two, and the payoff pitch misses down and in. 0-2 count goes to a walk. So no outs, runner on first now. Tie ball game, 1-1. And we'll bring to the plate Jordan Hartley.
Be the catcher for the Knights.
He's listed as righty on my list, but he's actually clearly lefty. And the first pitch to him misses up and away. Allman kind of struggling to get into a rhythm right now after that home run.
Definitely.
Back pick to first. Tag applied, but he is safe. Allman has a pretty solid pickoff move. We've seen some pickoffs from him throughout the season. Still a 1-0 count to Hartley. Runner on first, nobody out. And the pitch. I'm surprised that missed. 2-0, misses away. And Jaron's going to go take a second and talk to Allman.
You'll have to catch me up on some of the college rule differences versus MLB. Like, are there a number of visits that a team can make? I know you said the one disengagement without throwing.
As far as I know, the catcher can just go talk to the pitcher at any point.
Okay, so it's just when the coaches.
Yeah, the coaches have a limited number. So in an inning, you can only go out twice.
Okay.
The first time you can talk to him. Second time you got to change the pitcher.
Okay.
And that one just misses low. 3-0 count.
Right.
Pretty tight zone, this AB. But yeah, the catcher can just go talk to him, especially if there's need for signs or something like that. That's just part of the game. 3-0 pitch from Allman. Misses up and away in a 4-pitch walk. He's thrown 8 in a row. Not gotten the call. We'll bring to the plate their number 5. This is Max Johnson, the 9-hole hitter. So 7, 8, 9. 7 and 8 have walked, and number 9 now at the plate. First and second, nobody out. Tight situation for Allman. Yeah, we'll have a courtesy runner heading over to first for the catcher, Hartley. First pitch, a called strike. Allman hums in a fastball there. He's used to coming in tight situations. He was pretty much our closer the last couple of years. So he'd be used to coming in a tight situation or an important part of the game. That one's in the dirt, blocked up a slider or a curve. I'm not sure what he calls his off speed.
Good job there by the catcher to keep that in front, keep those runners on first and second with no outs, keep that double play possibility alive.
We got 1-1. And here's the pitch. Called strike, catches the outside corner.
So it seems that umpire is going to give a little bit more to that first base side of the plate than he's given to the third base side of the plate.
Yeah, especially with the batters crowding the plate pretty well. He's right up on the line. A 1-2 count. First and second, no outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Johnson goes down in 4. Misses on the slider.
Back up to the top of the lineup here with Christian Garcia, who flew out to center field in his first at bat.
Yeah, a lot of contact. Top of the order, all of the top 4 made contact. 2 of them got on, 2 of them hit into outs. I'm sure they'll be looking to be aggressive again the second time through. And the first pitch, slider, grounder on the left side, out of play, just a couple feet foul, and out of reach of Jake Sabo over there. Yeah, swinging first pitch on the slider. He's looking to be aggressive, which is especially typical for like the second, third time through a lineup seeing a pitcher. You're going to be more aggressive than the first time for most batters. 0-1 count now to Garcia.
Yeah, with the exception of the back-to-back walks we've just seen, Allman has been around the plate as he misses with that one there. Hasn't been a lot of high pitch counts. So for these night hitters, they probably have the idea, hey, we got to be aggressive here. The best pitch we may see in the at-bat will be early in the at-bat.
That's one difficult thing is, here's the 1-1 pitch. Someone's popped up right side, down the right field line, drifting over is Cade Cook. He'll make the catch, and he's going to come gunning in to prevent that runner from going to third. A really good throw. 2 outs on the board, but yeah, it's especially sometimes difficult for a patient batter. If you take a fastball down the middle, it might be the best pitch you'll see all day.
Yeah, I do think the best pitch in baseball is a first pitch strike, no matter how you get it. So a lot of batters tend to be aggressive, especially that first pitch.
Yeah, you definitely want to look like middle. If you're seeing a really middle pitch, first pitch, it's hard not to swing at that. That one's popped up foul on the left side, out of play. 0-1 count. This is Tate Scott for his second AB. He's 0 for 1. Where did he hit to last time?
He flew out to left field.
Flew out to left. That was it was a warning track shot, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, pretty deep, but didn't go. 0-1 pitch, first and second, 2 outs. And here's Allman's offering in the dirt, blocked up, out of the way of Jaron. He's going to throw to third base. Oh, and the third baseman, Jake Sabo, drops the throw. That would have been in time to get him at third.
See, a lot of catchers in that situation would actually try to throw to second. That runner normally doesn't have as quick of a jump.
But he had plenty of time.
Yeah, the throw beat the runner, just wasn't able to get his glove to it to get the tag down.
Now 1-1 to Scott. This one's fouled off. 1-2. One, two, 2 outs. second and third. No force play like there was before. No hits this inning for KCU. No, one hit. That was a chopper to the right side, picked up on the high hop by the second baseman, throw to first. He is in time for out number 3. So KCU plates 3. 1 run given up on 1 hit, a couple of walks. It is 1-1 tie game. We'll be back at the bottom of the second inning with the Lions a chance to answer on the Lions Radio Network. We are back, bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Lions, Chris Hall. And he'll take a called strike for the first pitch. Hall batting in the 8 holes, the DH. Behind him, we've got Sabo and then Ramsey back at the top of the order and in the hole. That one's fouled off, out of play.
Kid ran to get the ball like you get a snow cone for retrieving foul balls here.
0-2 count to Chris Hall. And the pitch misses up and in. He's going to duck out of the way to make it 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, fouled off, heads up in the dugout.
This will be the 5th pitch of the at-bat here.
1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground on the left side, out of play and foul. Also to the away dugout. Hall definitely battling after getting to a quick 0-2. Normally a pretty aggressive hitter anyway. Here's another 1-2. Hit hard on the left side. That one's high. That one's far. Goodbye, ball. Watch out, left fielder. You're in the splash zone. And the Lions answer pretty quickly with their own leadoff home run. Gives them back the lead. It is now 2-1 Lions.
That was a no-doubter.
That ball was gone. That was. I'm not sure the left fielder even moved. No courtesy jog for the pitcher. There's no need. That ball's gone. And behind him, we got the 9-hole hitter, Jake Sabo. He'll take the first pitch, a called strike. Slider just comes back on the inside. The 0-1 misses in and gets him. It's going to catch him in the hip. Free base for Sabo brings us back to the top of the order. No outs for Caleb Ramsey to come back up.
If he can hit another one of those doubles down the line like he did in his first at-bat, that'll get us another run on the board here.
More than
possibly.
likely. Sabo's not slow over at first. Usually one of our middle infielders for a reason. And Ramsey, he's seen the ball today, clearly. And the first pitch to Ramsey misses well away. Probably afraid of throwing a meatball again like he did last time. 1-0 count to Caleb Ramsey. Runner on first, nobody out. Tries to come back with a slider, but not able to catch the plate, so it's 2-0. He's thrown a few backdoor sliders to lefties so far.
Especially early in the count.
Mm-hmm.
Probably tries to save that back foot slider for when he's got 2 strikes.
You don't typically swing at a slider that starts off the plate. And that one's going to miss away. Fastball away. Try to throw it in a similar slot. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not going to swing something that starts off the plate unless you know it's coming back and it's a close count. Because if you're ahead, that's not the pitch you're looking for. So it's a pretty typical easy strike. So we get the 3-0. It's going to just catch the corner and make it 3-1. Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for your pitch to hit, you're not swinging at that until you have to.
So you see a lot of pitchers try to get that early, either the first or second strike with that, and then look to throw the one that starts in the zone and ends up out of the zone to get that third strike.
Mm-hmm. And the 3-1 is going to miss away. It's going to put his second free base on this inning as well. So he had 4 walks last inning. This inning, he's got a hit by pitch and a walk already. So 6 free bases on the game for Combs. Somehow he's only got 2 runs given up. Head coach is coming out. He just tapped his wrist. I think that's it for Combs. We got someone jogging in from left field. We'll be back in just a minute with a new pitcher on the Lions Radio Network. We are back. New pitcher on the mound for KCU. This is Estevan Baca coming in to replace Combs, who didn't even manage to get an out this inning before getting pulled. Gave up a leadoff home run and then a hit by pitch, and then walked the top of the order. Cade Cook's going to try to bunt. He's going to miss it. Fouls it off. Yeah. Hit by pitch in the 9 hole after a home run in the 8 hole, and then walks the back of the top of the order, and coach said he's done.
Yep.
Brings up Estevan. First pitch fouled off by Cade Cook. We got an 0-1 count, and he's showing bunt. And he's going to pull back, misses in the dirt. 1-1 count for Cade Cook.
As early as he squared around a bunt there, I kept waiting for him to pull the bat back.
And he's showing early. 1-1, no outs, first and second. And he's going to hit it hard up the middle on a line. Caught by the center fielder. He's tagging up at second. Good throw, and he's going to freeze there. I thought that ball had some more ride on it than it did. Well hit ball by Cade Cook, but not able to find any green. He's going to put the first out on the board and bring up Dante Morton. Still first and second. A lot of chance here for the Lions to extend the lead.
And you got the guy you want at the plate right now to do some damage. Consistently been the best hitter all year for the Lions.
Been one of our core hitters for, I believe, 3 years. Might be his 4th year here.
Take that breaking ball up high. Start this count 1-0.
1-0, 1 out. First and second. Lions lead by 1. And the pitch from Baca. He's going to get a called strike there. Down and away fastball. Not what Dante was looking for. Obviously looking to hammer something. Runners on. Oh, and he's just going to miss that one. Fouls it off. 1-2 count now for Estevan. Dante walked his last time up, right?
Yes. And then was picked off at third base.
That was him at third. A disagreeable call, but we can't do anything about it. The 1-2, fouled off again.
That's coming towards us right here.
Heads up. Oh, just a few feet shy. I would have made the play. 1-2 again to Dante. It's the 5th pitch coming up for this AB.
Yes. I fully expect our fearless leader, Chase, to protect us on any foul balls hit our way.
Another 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Umpire says he did. It's going to be a check swing strikeout for Dante. Second out now for Estevan, coming in and doing what Combs couldn't do earlier in the inning. He's going to bring to plate Will Curcio, also one of our hottest hitters. Actually, probably our hottest hitter in the time he's been playing for us because he hasn't been up all season. He's going to take the first pitch. Just misses up. Pretty close one. A slider.
Yeah, the umpire's consistently not called that kind of top of the zone strike. So as long as he stays consistent with it, whatever his zone is, his zone is.
You just know not to swing at anything high. Fouled off the fastball. Way back into the trees. I don't know what it is about Curcio, but the foul balls we've seen from him are just flying.
He is all over the ball. If he can just put one in play, it will definitely travel.
It's been traveling this season so far, too. A 1-1 count, 2 outs. First and second. The pitch misses inside, 2-1.
Baca gets ready to deliver this 2-1 pitch.
And here's the 2-1. Fouled straight back. Just misses that one. Ball's going to roll back to his feet.
Now we'll have the deuces wild here with a 2-2 count with 2 outs, 2 runners on.
We've scored 2 on the game on 2 hits. 2s all the way for the Lions.
try to break that up right here.
That one's hit pretty well. Right side, right fielder coming in. He's going to make another reaching catch. Pretty similar to the last one we saw over there. That's going to end the inning. Lions score 1 on a leadoff solo shot. Plated what, or put 3 on. Only 1 run to show for it. We'll be back in the top of the third. Lions lead by 1 again on the Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the third inning. Leading off for KCU, we have Yan Rivera. He's going to take the first pitch away. Rivera has one of the 3 hits for KCU so far on the day. Where did his hit go to?
Left field.
Left field. Oh, his was one of those just roped singles.
Yes, it was a line drive right over the infield and fell in front of the left fielder.
Fouls that one off to make it 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Allman. Misses down and away to make it 2-1. Infield shifted over. Second baseman playing on the left side of the bag. Shortstop and third baseman way over to the corner. Big old gap on the right side of the infield. That one's grounded on the left side, foul to make it 2-2.
Judging by that foul ball, it looks like the Lions are positioned well. He looks like a pull hitter here.
Just what I was thinking. Clearly the right idea. He's not even trying to put it the other way. He's trying to pull the ball. So 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Grounder, left side, almost up the middle. Second baseman picks it up, throw to first. In time for out number 1.
Played right into the shift there.
Hit it where the shortstop normally would be, and it was the second baseman over on that side. Was that a 4-pitch out?
Yes, sir.
4-pitch out by Allman. Start off the third. That'll bring up Fidel Alvear. He had the other single back in the first.
Yes, Rivera and Alvear went back-to-back singles. Alvear was more up the middle.
His first pitch, he's going to ground on the left side of the shortstop. Picked up by Dante. Throw to first, a little high. Still within reach of Curcio. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Quick 1-pitch out. Never complain about those. So 2 outs, still nobody on. It's going to bring up Daniel Hernandez. Now, he struck out his last time through with 2 on. Now nobody on this time, still 2 outs. Fastball in the outside corner for strike one. Last time, Allman started him with a slider that came back. This time, he just threw a fastball in.
Yes, Hernandez was Allman's first strikeout victim, and no, he does have another one.
This one's hit shallow on the left side, picked up by Dante. Just gets him in time at first for out number 3. That was a little bit of a high chopper. He had to wait on the ball for a while and then make a hard throw. But we get the out, quick out for Allman. Still 2-1. We'll be back in the bottom of the third. Lions back at the plate on the Lions Radio Network. We are back. Bottom of the third inning. Leading off for the Lions, Logan Stradley. And that one's a called strike. It's like the scoreboard predicted that. They had 0-1 on the board. They got rid of it, and then he called a strike. The 0-1 pitch, up and in. That's the duck out of the way to make it 1-1. This is still Estevan Baca back in for his second inning of work. He came in with runners on, but no outs last inning after Combs couldn't get an out, struggling to throw strikes last inning. This was hit pretty sky high. That's hit far right field. They're both at the warning track. He's going to freeze and jump, and I believe he just robbed a home run right at the drip sign.
What a play there by the right fielder. He's made 3 plays today that have all been
impressive.
Very much so.
He's had 2 that we didn't manage to catch on camera because they were so quick, but 2 hot shot line drives that he had dived for, and then I believe that was going out.
I think so, and the wind has kind of started to pick up here as the sun started to kind of go down, and that wind is blowing in from right field. I think that had a little bit to do with that. With no wind there, I think that ball
may have
clears
killed it
just enough to get over.
So a robbed home run that would have put the Lions up by 2, still 2-1 with 1 out, as Cyrus takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0. Pitch from Estevan in the dirt, 2-0. Yeah, Stradley gave that ball a ride, but nothing to show for it. Two-0 pitch. Inside, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch. He swung at it. Chopper on the left side. That's in fair territory. Picked up by, that's going to be an infield single.
Yeah, I think the third baseman had the idea of letting it see if it hit that lip and can roll foul, and the pitcher kind of dove at it and touched it, which made it a live fair ball at that point, no matter what would have happened.
Figured the pitcher was going to come up with it and try to make the throw, but third baseman hadn't peeled off and had to jump over him. And I was reacting. I thought there might be a collision coming in. It's pretty close. So a leadoff, not a leadoff, a one-out single for Cyrus, an infield single, brings up Jaron. Jaron 0 for 1. He had that hot shot, the first hot shot to left field. Back pick to first, nothing to show for it.
I don't think the right fielder's made a catch today with 2 feet on the ground.
I'm not sure he has.
I
know he dove.
I know he dove for the first one. The second one, he kind of lunged to catch, and then obviously the third one.
This was hit sky high center field. Center fielder coming in. He's going to make the catch as Cyrus returns to first. Thought that ball was giving more of a ride than it was.
That one definitely got up a little too high, and that wind just started knocking it down.
Yeah, the flag, you can see it moving over by the scoreboard now. It's kind of coming in from right center. The wind picking up a lot. It was pretty quiet earlier.
So that'll bring Chris Hall up to the plate.
His second plate appearance. Another pick off to first. Not in time. Hall's second appearance today. Hit that solo shot back in his first appearance. That was in the second inning, right? That was just last inning.
Yes, it was.
Runner goes. Throw down a second. In the dirt. Blocked up by the second baseman, but no tag. Cyrus gets a stolen base. And a 1-0 count to Chris Hall. Runner in scoring position. A one-run game. Lions still trying to score as much as they can. Too close to call. 1-0 pitch to Chris Hall. Just misses the plate.
The Knights dugout not pleased with that ball not being called a strike.
Pretty close call. 2-0 count now to Chris. And Chris battled. He was 0-2 his first time up. That one's fouled off. 2-1. They started the AB with back-to-back strikes, and he fouled off 3 or 4.
Fouled off 2 pitches, yeah.
Yep.
And
battled to what, a 2-1, 2-2 count?
1-2 count, and it was the 6th pitch of the at-bat that he hit out.
So he had a battle for a while after being behind, and then they gave him a meatball he could hit. The 2-1, swings at a slider up, fouls it off. Caught by the catcher to make it 2-2. 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second. Lions lead 2-1. Chance for Chris Hall to extend it. This one's hit sky high. That's out of play, though. He was earlier on that one. Up the second hill above the road. Still a 2-2 count to Chris Hall. Esteban gets his sign. It comes set. Takes a look at second. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front of him, but it's off to the side, and that's going to be a free base for Cyrus. He's going to advance to third. Runner only 90 feet away.
This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here for Chris. Hopefully he can take advantage of the amount of pitches that they've made Baca throw out of the pen, as he's going to foul another one off over the dugout.
Same thing we saw earlier. Hit a chopper so hard it skimmed the roof.
Yeah, that's one thing with that turf where it's at. If you hit the ball hard, it can bounce off of it.
It'll bounce, yeah. Swung at a pitch that likely would have been ball 4 and fouled it off. Still 3-2. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. And a, 9-pitch walk puts Chris Hall on?
8.
8 pitch?
8 pitch.
Okay.
That's still a very good at bat. Even if he doesn't get a hit there, we would call that a quality at bat, just from how many pitches you make the pitcher throw here.
So Esteban, last inning, he faced 3 and got 3 outs. This inning, he's faced 4. He's gotten 2 of them out so far, and he's at 29 total pitches. Mostly courtesy of Chris Hall. That one just misses as well. Another close call gone to the batter. A 1-0 count to Jake Sabo.
And by my count, 7 free bases given to the Lions from the Knights so far, and we are just in the bottom of the third.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of chances to score. Surprisingly, only have 2. And a pick off to first. First and third, and he's trying to keep the runner from advancing. 1-0 count to Sabo. Sabo hit his last time up by Combs. He was the last batter faced by Combs.
No, he did face Ramsey. He walked Ramsey.
That's right.
And then
he hit
then they made the
Sabo.
pitch and change.
Hit Sabo, walked Ramsey, and they pulled him. Called strike to make it 1-1 to Sabo. That one was less of a strike than the previous
Yeah, I feel
pitch.
like that one was a little bit further out. Maybe that's part of the Knights' dugout there, is that does seem to be a pitch the umpire has called a strike consistently.
A bit of a makeup call on that one, potentially. The 1-1. Hit hard up the middle. That's going to drop in for a base hit. It'll score 1. Now first and second, 2 outs. Lions played another to make it 3-1. Extend their lead. First time they've led in hits all game. Because even when they took the lead the first time, they hadn't had as many hits as KCU. And we are now back at the top of the order. Ramsey up for his 3rd plate appearance of the day. He's 1 for 1 with a walk.
It's always a good sign when your leadoff hitter bats 3 times in the first 3 innings. He's had an at bat in each inning.
And yeah, that's right. He led off the first. He walked in the second, and now he's back up with 2 outs in the 3rd. Chance to do some real damage here again. He takes a massive cut at that one. I don't blame him. He wasn't going to be happy with just the double this time. He wanted that ball over the trees. We've seen him hit it over the trees, too. He may have the longest home run I've seen at this park. And, and that ball's given a ride, but foul. Way up the hill. Out of play. Bullpen will go get it.
Just out in front of that breaking ball there.
He's seeing the ball for sure. 1-2 count, 2 outs. First and second. Lions lead 3-1. And here's the pitch from Estevan. Misses up and away. Catcher tried to jump to reach it.
Good job by the catcher, because you don't want those 2 runners to advance there to get both of them in scoring position with 2 outs and concede the force at any base that they have right now.
Estevan now nearly 40 pitches on the game. That's going to miss away to make it a full count.
And now that's important because with 2 outs, that'll put the runners in motion here. So anything in the gap could possibly score both of these runners.
3-2, 2 outs.
You just got to make sure that pitcher goes to the plate first.
Yeah. This one's hit shallow center field. Shortstop drifting back. He'll make the catch for out number 3. So the Lions score 1 again. We've scored 1 in each inning so far, but just 1 with chances to score more. How many have we left? 6 runners on?
I will have that for you when we come back.
Okay. We'll be back in the top of the 4th inning with KCU back at the plate on the Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the fourth inning. KCU back at the plate. Allman on the mound for his fourth inning of work. And leading off for the inning is Ty Scott. He'll take the first pitch, call it strike. It is, I believe, his curveball. I've been calling it a slider all game, but he's clearly motioning curveball in warm-ups. So don't get on me, Allman.
Yeah. Scott hit a home run in his first at-bat here.
As he misses a slider down and away. Back-to-back sliders. Yeah, Scott had the one run so far that KCU has scored, one of 3 hits. They didn't have a hit last inning.
They did not. A 7-pitch inning through the heart of the lineup, 3-4-5.
This one's hit fairly well, left side on a fly. It's going to be caught by Stradley over in left field for out number 1. Kind of a loopy fly ball. Not nearly as good contact as his first time up.
No, in the same general direction, but just with a little bit less power there, able to keep it in the yard.
1 out brings up Zach Lyons. He walked, I believe, his last time up. First walk of the game for Allman. Gave up the home run, and then he walked the next guy. And there's a called strike. Another 0-1 count. Better job starting off with strikes this inning. Here's the 0-1. Oh, misses down and away. 1-1, nobody on. Infield playing way back. This one's hit hard up the middle. On the line, center fielder drifting in. He's not going to be able to get to it. He'll take it on the hop for a single. It's the third such single we've seen this game from KCU. 1 out single, puts a man on first.
Yeah, all of KCU's hits have been solid contact. Kind of different from the Lines. The Lines have hit some balls hard that have ended up being outs. The Knights, not as much. Most of the time when they've been making solid contact, they're finding the holes in the defense.
And not for extra bases, just 3 singles and then the one home run. Everything else has just been gap singles. Back pick to first. Tag, but no out.
I do see where you were saying that is a good pickoff move there. Yeah. That was very quick.
Yeah, he's got a sharp move, but I haven't seen him get a pickoff call in a while, but he's always on it. There's another one. Not in time. He's very quick to first on that move. 0-0 count to Lions. Oh, no, this is Jordan Hartley. Lions now on first. Hit hard up the middle on a line. Hit harder. And Ramsey's going to catch it. Oh, no, he drops the ball. Throw to third, cut off by the shortstop, Dante. And nothing to show. That will be an error. Because he fully gloved it and then dropped it. Hard play.
I personally would rule it a single. We'll see how the official scorer rules it because he did have to leave his feet.
He did call it a single.
Okay.
It's already updated. So a single to center, hard play. He had it and then just I guess when he rolled.
I think when he rolled, that's when you kind of saw the ball skirt away.
Yeah, ball kind of got knocked out when he came back up. It was almost on the transfer, but not quite. So first and third, 1 out. And another pickoff to first. He got him this time. He got the throw underneath him, and he couldn't get his hand on the base in time. There's that pickoff move we've been talking about. So Hartley, who could have been out on that single, is out on the pickoff to first. So now they're going to leave 1 on at third with 2 outs. And this is Max Johnson at the plate. He struck out his last time through. He was Allman's second strikeout of the game, I believe. That one misses in the dirt to make it 1-0. Johnson, the 9-hole hitter for KCU, center fielder. Misses up. Allman humming in a fastball there to make it 2-0. Two-0 count, 2 outs. Runner on third. This one's chopped foul. Back into the net. Right to the on-deck circle. 2-1 now for Johnson. Allman gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Slider comeback. Ooh, missed call maybe?
Might have been just off on the inside plate.
Yeah, just a hair inside.
That's the corner the umpire has not been giving a little bit to.
Yeah. He's been giving it against lefties, but not righties. That misses up for ball 4. So slider just misses in. Fastball misses up. We'll walk Johnson and make it 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the top of the order. Number 8, Christian Garcia. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Contact both times.
Yes, flew out to left field or right field and center field.
First pitch to him, misses up. We'll see if Allman tries to pick off the guy at first again on another 1st and 3rd. Probably a little easier than when there's just one on because he's going to be aggressive. 1-0 count. The pitch, called strike, fastball. Just lays one in there. Another called strike makes it 1-2. Back-to-back fastballs in the outer third of the plate.
Yep, and that seems to be where we've gotten a few of those calls is on that outer corner, whether it be a righty or a lefty, whatever's the outside corner tends to get a little bit more.
The 1-2, runner goes. This one's fouled off. It's going to go over us into the road and into somebody's car.
Just in the wheel well, so no damage done to any vehicles.
We had one car 3 or 4 weeks ago get hit like 3 times in the same game. And it got consecutively worse. Like wheel, then the underside, and then the actual hood. So a 1-2 count, 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Wind blowing in from right center field. And the pitch from Allman in the dirt, slider, or curveball. It's going to make it 2-1. Jared blocks it up. Jaron blocks it up. And runner's going to take second on that. Two count, 2 outs. Now 2nd and 3rd. And the pitch hit on the right side on a line. Left fielder's going to freeze in place and make the catch for out number 3. 2 left on for KCU. Nothing to show for it. We'll be back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lions lead 3-1 on the Lions Radio Network. We are back. Bottom of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Lions, Cade Cook, our right fielder. He'll be facing Estevan Baca on his 3rd inning of work. Ground on the left side, taken on the hop by the 3rd baseman. Quick play. Throw to first. Almost a pick, but he got him in time. For out number 1, a 1-pitch out for Cade Cook. As the Lions are in the heart of the order. Brings up the 3-hole. Dante Morton, our shortstop, team captain.
I will say I'm a big fan of the cream-colored jerseys that the Lions are wearing today.
Those are new this year. It just misses, I think, up. 1-0 count. Yeah, brand new jerseys this year. They unveiled them and a new red jersey back at the beginning of this semester. These are kind of modeled off the St. Louis Cardinals jerseys. That one misses low to make it 2-1 or 2-0. Yeah, they're modeled after the Cardinals jerseys. If you can see the front, which you can't see on the camera, but there's a little lion figurine kind of the same spot the Cardinal is. So 2-0 count, 1 out, nobody on. This one's hit sky high left field. Looks like it's drifting out of play. It's going to land on the hill. And you can't see it. A bullpen pitcher came over and tried to make the catch with his hat, but he dropped it. He got a hat on the ball, but couldn't hold on to it.
That would be an error. That would be an error for sure.
A little harder with the hat than a glove, but that's still on him. Because
Hey, if you're gonna go for it, you got to catch it.
Yeah,
that's the rule, right?
You got to at least barehand it.
Yeah.
So 2-1 now after that foul ball. And the pitch from Estevan. Grounder left side, slow roller, picked up on the second hop of the third baseman, throw to first. Barely in time for the second out. That one much closer of a play.
Yeah, Dante made that much closer than what it probably should have been, but that third baseman really reared back and fired that ball. If he didn't throw that as hard as he did, Dante probably beats that out.
Yeah, he beats out any lazy or routine throw. He's got to come up gunning with it. So 2 outs on, I believe, 5 pitches for Estevan, making quicker work this inning than he has been. And at the plate, we have Will Curcio, our cleanup hitter. He'll take a called strike at the top of the zone. He didn't like that call. Oh, 1 to Will. Grounder left side, off his foot. Yeah, he freezes it in place. He's going to need a second to walk that one off. And the umpire's going to tell him he's going to take a new baseball for Estevan.
Yeah, that's kind of the umpire just kind of giving Will a little bit of time there to kind of gather himself. That's a classy move. You see most umpires do things like that.
Yeah, that
as he gives him a little pat as he comes back.
Speak from experience, that hurts.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, right on the bone. It looks like it hit the top of his foot. It's just never
the top
fun.
of the foot's the worst.
0-2 count after that foul ball. Here's the pitch. Misses up to make it 1-2. Pretty similar pitch to the first strike of the AB.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because it looks like if he does, it's the same color, but he might be wearing one of the shin guards.
Yeah, I believe he is. That's going to miss down and away to make it 2-2. I'm pretty sure he's wearing one of those guards. Covers part of his foot, doesn't cover the inside.
Yeah.
It only really helps when they throw at you.
And I was going to say, even if you do foul one off those, they still hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it does help, but it still hurts.
It helps it not be a point contact at that point. 2-2, hit hard up the middle, right center field. Drifting over is the center fielder. It's going to go off the wall. Bounces up, center fielder picks it up, throw to the shortstop, and that's going to be a 2-out double for Will Curcio. Lions get something going with their, third extra base hit of the game? 2 doubles and a home run so far for them out of their 5 total hits.
They can keep the ball away from the right fielder. They tend to have a lot of success.
Yeah, that's true. Everything hit on that side's been not able to touch the ground, and that's going to miss up and in on a off-speed pitch to not Cade Cook. This is Logan Stradley. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI on the game.
Yes, I believe when he walked.
That's right. He did walk. He was that first run. First run of the game. He takes a huge cut. He's not looking to walk this AB. A 1-1 count. Now, we've scored 1 run every inning so far. It'd be great to continue that trend.
And Logan was a victim of the right fielder. He hit the ball that the right fielder robbed for a home run.
That's right. His last time up, he was just shy of having his own home run.
And that's going to be called strike 2 there.
1-2 count to Stradley. We got 2 outs, runner on second. Lions lead by 2, 3-1 game. As Estevan gets his sign, checks second base. Here's the pitch. Grounder on the left side, picked up by the third baseman. He's getting his 3rd play of the inning, and he'll make the out the 3rd time. All 3 outs have been grounders to the left side. Just 1 reaches base on that double just now. And it is still a 3-1 game. The line score, KCU 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. The Lions 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. We'll be back in the top of the 5th with KCU back at the plate on the Lions Radio Network. We are back, top of the 5th inning. KCU back at the plate. This is Tate Scott leading off. He's 0 for 2 on the game. We're at the 2-3-4 part of the lineup as he takes that one low and in to make it 1-0. So we have Tate Scott leading off this inning, and behind him, Jan Rivera and Fidel Alviar.
And there's that backdoor breaking ball for strike 1.
He's been throwing it a lot to the lefties. Just getting that outside corner call.
Both teams have really utilized that.
Righty-lefty matchup. Just going to throw it on the outside. That one's popped up foul, out of play. They'll land on the road.
Good advantage count here. This 1-2 count sets and delivers, and that ball's going to be low and away to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 count for the first batter of the inning. I've been speeding it up the last couple of innings after that slow second. See what he does with the 2-2. Grounder on the right side, foul out of play, and into the home dugout.
Yeah.
Still a 2-2 count. 5 pitches in, waiting on number 6 as Allman gets his sign. Nods his head at the catcher. And the 2-2 in the dirt for ball 3. I'll run the count full. You know, I was thinking about it because we mentioned softball's a good bit faster than baseball in terms of game speed. Part of that's because they have shorter games, but the main thing, I think there may actually be a much shorter time between pitches for softball as well.
I think so too.
Longer pitch selection. Pitcher takes his time. Different deliveries also makes a difference. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3 on the curveball. A back foot curveball that he takes and freezes on. He's going to get the first out of the inning. The batter did not like that call.
By my count, that'll be Allman's third strikeout on the evening.
Pretty low for Allman standards. He's usually a good strikeout pitcher. He's been getting a lot of contact plays this game.
So Rivera comes back up, and the shift is back on.
Hits it the other way. That was hit pretty hard, but fouling out of play. As it'll go to the dugout for somebody to pick up. Not the dugout, the bullpen. 0-1 count to Rivera. Yeah, you just look at it. I mean, baseball pitchers just typically need more time between pitches to get set. As that one misses down and in on a curveball. Also, softball delivery is usually much faster as well.
Yes. And it's a shorter distance, so just, quicker time for the ball to get back to the pitchers. That's going to be fouled off into the trees here.
A 1-2 count now to Rivera. As one of the pitchers comes running out of the dugout to go get it. 1-2 count, nobody on, 1 out. Rivera waits on his pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off again. Basically the same spot.
I'd say a good 2-for-1 there for the pitcher that left the dugout. He can get both those balls while he's out. Had so many foul balls, the umpire had to get some baseballs there.
Part of baseball. We go through so many. A 1-2 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. He threw another curveball. Two now to Rivera. Is that 5 pitches this AB going on 6?
Yes.
Went on the 6th pitch. Here it comes. 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. He just beat the shift there. A 1-out single by Rivera. That's exactly where the second baseman would have been. So the shift worked for the Lions last time, but this time he just hit right into the gap that was left from it. 1-out opposite field single brings up. This is Fidel Alvear. He's 1 for 2 on the game. He is a single himself, I believe. One of those gappers.
Yes, they both, Rivera and Alvear went back-to-back singles in the first inning.
No, Rivera was one of the outs. That was his first hit of the game. It's Alvear, and a back pick to first, not in time. Alvear and, no, you're right, 3 and 4.
Yeah, because we got 2 quick outs in that first inning, and then the 3-4 hitters had back-to-back singles.
Yeah, you're right. Had it wrong. That was his second hit. This one's hit the other way as well. It's going down the line. Is it fair?
That is a foul ball.
Ooh, that was a close. I couldn't really tell. I was waiting on the umpire to call it. Because there's no line, so I have to depend on him to tell me where it is.
Which he does have the best angle. He's right there on that line, so most of the time that's not a call that they're going to get wrong.
A lot harder to get wrong unless it's, well, touching the line means it's fair.
Yes.
So as long as it's not fully to the right, you're fine.
See the Lions bullpen out there just confirming where that where the ball made a divot.
Alvear comes back. 0-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first. Good chance for a double play. Get something on the ground. I believe he grounded out his last time up, I think.
Yes.
Good chance if he did that again, but back pick to first.
Caught him leaning a little bit there.
Yep.
He's grounded out to Dante at shortstop, his last AV.
Be great to see that again here. Chance to roll 2. 0-1 count. Another back pick. Applies the tag, nothing to show. Some chirps from the away dugout.
No one likes 3 pickoffs in a row, but when you got to move as good as Allman does, you kind of have to utilize it.
Gets exciting when you see outs from it. Runner goes. Delayed steal. Bad throw to second.
I think they were going to call interference here. The batter stepped out of the box as the catcher was making the throw. So they are going to call the batter out and send the runner back to first base here.
Yeah, batter. I'm not even sure he meant to interfere. He took such a big swing. I think they called a hit and run. So because he took such an aggressive swing that it pulled him out of his box over the plate, and that led into Jaron's throw being wild. So instead of a stolen base and a strike, we get a batter's interference. So 2 outs, runner on first. And that brings up, who do we have after Alvear?
We have Daniel Hernandez.
We pick off to first again.
who is 0 for 2 on the evening with a strikeout and a ground out to Dante as well.
This one's fouled off up the hill. That might get a car.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, it sure did.
Definitely caught one off the bounce.
Yeah, I think someone's door now has a baseball-sized dent in it. 0-1 count. 2 outs, runner on first. Let's see if he goes back to first at all. Yep. Back to first. Nothing to show. Still 0-1 to Hernandez. Allman gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Called strike on that curveball. Backdoor curveball. Pretty consistent strike pitch for Allman against lefties. Oh-2. Runner goes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's no need for a throw down this time. Allman ends the inning. He faces 4, gets 3 outs. No 1 hit, nothing to show for it. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th. Inning Lions at the plate. We lead 3-1 on the Lions Radio Network. And we are back, bottom of the 5th inning. Lions back at the plate, leading off for the Lions. We have Cyrus Campos. He's 1 for 1 on the day, and I believe he has 1 walk.
And a stolen base.
And a stolen base, that's right. And we have back on the mound Esteban Baca. And for his 4th inning of work after coming in to replace Combs, the starter, back in the 2nd inning. Giving up 1 run, 1 strikeout, 1 walk over his 3 innings so far as he starts the inning with a ball off the plate to Cyrus. The 1-0 pitch misses up and away to make it 2-0. Just want a quick shout out to what looks like the majority of the softball team coming to show up to support the baseball team over here. They're all coming after practice wearing their uniforms. I want to thank them for showing up. And as the 2-0 pitch hit hard on the right side, but just foul. He roped that ball out of play. 2-1. Yeah, they're coming up to support. Definitely support them tomorrow. Baseball and softball both play. Softball starts at noon, so you can tune into their broadcast. We'll have both going at 1 o'clock when the baseball second game comes in. So definitely try to get some watch time on both. As we get the 2-1 pitch coming for Cyrus. Misses in the dirt to make it 3-1. And we have Josh here. He's going to be, are you going to be both broadcasts or mainly softball tomorrow?
I'll be on the softball broadcast tomorrow. Might be able to get over here for game 2, depending on how those go.
Goodness knows baseball won't be done by the time they are. That one misses in the dirt for ball 4. Cyrus started to move his bat, but he didn't. 5-pitch walk to lead off for Cyrus. Puts a free base on, and it'll bring up Jaron Morris, our catcher. Jarrett's 0 for 2, but not for lack of trying today.
I believe that is the 8th free base the Lions have been given today.
Yeah, quite a few.
Now it's time to start taking advantage of those.
We have 9 left on base so far, 8 or 9, something along those lines. Quite a few. 3 runs scored, a lot of free bases. Is that one a pick off? Nothing to show for it. Yeah, 5 hits. You said 9 free bases with only 3 runs scored. I believe, another pickoff. Not in time. 3 runs scored and then 1 guy get picked off. I believe we have 10 left on base. Still 0-0 to Jaron. Here's the first pitch. Misses down and away to make it 1-0.
It's going to be a big inning right here for the Lions because, one of the good things we talked about off air was getting into this Knights bullpen early in the first game of the series.
Mm-hmm.
But Baca has done a great job of, as that ball is going to be fouled off to even the count at 1-1, of kind of chewing up some innings here. So this is a big time for the Lions here as he's thrown quite a few pitches coming out of the bullpen. Can you take advantage of that here in the bottom of this 5th inning?
He's almost getting to the length that the starter would be expected to, and if you only throw 2 pitchers to get through 5 or 6, you're still doing pretty well pitch-wise. That one's hit sky high, right field, pretty shallow. Right fielder calls off, second baseman calls off the right fielder. They both put their hands up for it. Second baseman makes the catch for the first out of the inning. I mean, after seeing what the right fielder's done so far, I would just let him take that. If you hear him calling behind you, you peel off. Let him take it. So 1 out, runner on first. That brings up Chris Hall. Chris Hall's 1 for 1. Solo shot back in the 2nd inning, and then I think a walk last inning.
8-pitch walk.
That's right. At-bat. Fouled off quite a few. That was in the 3rd inning because he hit in back-to-back innings and then was left on base after his walk. That pitch misses up to make it 1-0. Cyrus at first, 1 out. Middle infield playing pretty far back. As Estevan gets his sign. Here's the 1-0. That catches the outside corner to make it 1-1. 1-1 count to Chris Hall. Pick off to first. Not in time. Closer play.
Yeah, it seems like with each pickoff, I think that's the 3rd one he's made with Dante over there, or with Cyrus over there, and each one's gotten a little bit closer.
1-1, 1 out. Cyrus does have a stolen base on the game. He's going to take a big lead as Chris takes an off speed for a called strike.
Not to worry here. Chris is both at bats, all 3 at bats now. He's gotten to 2 strikes, and he's been on base both times. So hopefully that trend continues in this at bat as another pickoff move is attempted. That one not quite as close. Tried to catch Cyrus there while he was still taking his lead.
1-2 count. 1 out. Runner on first. Here the runner goes. Chris Hall leans. Tag is not applied in time. That throw was there, but he couldn't get the glove on him. Another stolen base for Cyrus, and that was ball number 2 for Chris. Relatively closer pitch for Chris to take while the runner goes. 2-2. Runner now on second in scoring position. 2-run game. Now Chris Hall's looking to do damage here instead of being patient like he was before. He'll take strike 3. That must have been just at his knees, a close pitch. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Jake Sabo. Behind him, our leadoff.
Yeah, we need Sabo to get a hit here because Ramsey had 3 at-bats in the first 3 innings. We don't want to go 2 innings without him getting another at-bat, so we'd like to see him get that 4th at-bat here in the bottom of the 5th.
This one's hit sky high, left field, shallow. Left fielder coming in, shortstop going out. Left fielder calls it, and he'll make the catch. For out number 3, we leave another runner on, and it is still 3-1 Lions. We'll be back in the top of the 6th. KCU at the plate on the Lions Radio Network. We are back, top of the 6th inning. KCU back at the plate. Leading off for KCU, we have Ty Scott. He's 1 for 2 in RBI on the day, the only RBI for KCU. So he'll take that one down and away.
Looks like the umpire kind of twitched a little bit there. I thought he was going to stick that hand out for strike one.
I did too. Pretty close pitch. I think Ty Scott, that one misses down. I believe he led off, what, 2 innings ago?
Yes. He has led off. This is the 3rd time he's led off an inning.
Okay. Yeah, I know we've seen his. He was a leadoff home run.
He's led off all the even innings, the 2nd, the 4th, and now the 6th.
He's been lead off every AB.
Every AB he's had, he has led off an inning. Yes.
This is 3rd time up. He's got a 3-0 count as Allman's kind of just dancing around the zone, not quite able to catch the corner and get the call. 3-0. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, called strike. 3-1 now. Had a homer off of Allman earlier. I think it was on a fastball. We'll see what he does with this 3-1. Ground on the left side, in reach of shortstop Dante. Throw to first. Is it in time? Cannot get it picked at first. Just off of Will's glove. Really good play by Dante. Hard range over to his right. Had to throw off balance. A good pick by Curcio. Gets the out at first.
I'm not sure. I think the umpire had signaled safe before he even saw that Curcio did not come up with the ball. I'll be surprised if that's not ruled a single. Yep, it has been ruled a single.
It wasn't an error. Like,
no.
Nobody really made a mistake. It was a hard play. He may have been in time, but you can't rule it an error that it didn't get the out there. So nobody out. Runner on first brings up Zach Lyons. He's 1 for 1 as Allman picks off again. I think he's reaching double-digit pickoffs at this point.
He's definitely getting close if he's not there already.
Checks first. Comes set. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. Sky high left side. Down the line. Ranging over is Logan Stradley. He'll make the catch with his glove over the fence for the out. And the runner who went on the steal is now back at first. And Stradley left behind his hat and his glasses and everything else as he went for that ball. So 1 out. Now back at the plate, Jordan Hartley. He's 1 for 1. Still a runner at first. Potential for double play here now. Pick off. Not in time. The first pitch to Hartley. No, pickoff. Back-to-back pickoffs. See if he's willing to do it 3 times in a row. Still an 0-0 count, 1 out. Runner on first. Lights are coming on now. The sun going down. Runner goes. Nope, takes a big lead. And a called strike to Hartley. Gives us an 0-1. Oh, 1 out. Runner on first. Pick off again. Closer play. Scott's already, I think Scott has a stolen base, and he's already gone once this inning.
No stolen base yet.
Stolen base. They have a couple.
Because he hit a home run and then flew out.
That's
so
right.
This
He
is
hadn't
his
had a
first time
chance.
actually being on base.
Runner
He's gonna
goes.
go there.
Throw to second. Not on line. Safe. Better throw. Might have had him there. But the throw was offline on the wrong side of the bag, and Dante had to make a difficult tag, and nothing to show for it.
Yeah, he was only able to get his glove back to the guy's shoulder versus the hand right in front of the base.
Mm-hmm. So 0-2 count. He got the call. Allman got the call on that throw. 0-2, 1 out. Runner in scoring position now for KCU in a 2-run game. That misses away to make it 1-2. Allman ramping up and humming in the fastball again now that he's got a runner in scoring position. KCU again has more hits than the Lions, even though they are behind in runs. The stat that ultimately matters the most. As he swings and misses, and Allman gets his, I believe, 4th strikeout of the game. 4 strikeouts through 5 2/3. Yeah. The runner on second brings up Max Johnson. Now, Johnson's what, the 9-hole
The
hitter?
9-hole hitter.
So we are on deck is the top of the order. Be great to get him here. Shut down any chance for runs to score. First pitch, fouled off down the right field line, out of play. Pretty well struck. But a quick 0-1. We got wind coming in from right center field again. You can see the flag kind of waving. So anything on that side is going to kind of die. Allman gets his sign. Couple of shakes and a nod. Runner goes, 0-1 pitch. Not in time. He stole third. Called
Oh, he's
out.
called out.
Wow. Runner goes for third, gets thrown out at the base. That will end the inning before having to face the 9-hole hitter, so he'll lead off next time up. That ends the top of the 6th inning. Lions will be back in the bottom of the 6th at the plate on the Lions Radio Network. And we are back, bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Lions, back at the top of the order, we've got Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey 1 for 2 on the day. He had a double back in the very first, pitch of the game? Second pitch of the game, I believe it was.
Yes, second.
Way back in the first inning. Feels like so long ago now. I mean, it was 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, yes.
Yeah, I guess it was a while ago at this point. 1-0 count as he takes the first pitch. That one's called on the inside corner. 1-1. So what does he have? A double, a walk, and a contact out?
Yeah, double walk and then a pop out to the shortstop.
Pop out to short. Here's the 1-1. This is in the dirt. Umpire kind of bailed on that. I think he was afraid of getting caught by something. You don't see that very often. 2-1 count.
No, and you see the first base umpire kind of joking with him there about it.
Estevan Baca back out. His 5th inning of work as a reliever. Coming in for very long relief as that one misses up and away to make it 3-1.
And has done a relatively good job, too, since he's come in.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. That one's hit sky high right field. That's a no-doubter over the light pole. Goodbye, ball. And that finally extends the lead. Now Lions lead 4-1. That's the first run scored since the bottom of the 3rd. Lots of zeros on the board for how many base runners there's been. Feels like there's been threatening every inning and just nothing. And all but 1 run scored has been via the long ball. Solo shots.
No, we have 2 runs that have scored via not home run.
That's right. We have the
Yeah,
only
that run in
ones.
the 3rd inning.
Yep.
Yes. As it looks like Baca's day may come to an end here. I've not seen a signal yet, but he is looking out at and there he goes. He's going to tap it out. Good work by Baca. We'll have a little more stats for you on his performance as we come back here, as we will take a break here on the Lions Radio Network.
And we are back. New pitcher on the mound for KCU. We got Jimmy Jomar Matos. I'm saying that very wrong, I'm sure. I'll just call him Matos, as that one misses away. Ball 1 against Cade Cook. You want to take a shot at that name?
I think it's going to be Jimmy Jomar. I think that's pretty close.
Maybe Jimmy Jomar? I have no clue. Matos misses again, make it 3-0. Quick 3-0 count to Cade Cook. Working quickly, but not in the zone.
So Baca gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks in 4 innings of work in relief.
He had 71 total pitches. Also, we now have a 4-pitch walk to Cade Cook to put on a no-out runner at first.
That'll be our 9th free base on the day.
15 base runners.
You know the KCU coach can't be very excited about making a call to a bullpen and immediately surrendering a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, that was one thing that I'm already forgetting his name. Who just came out of the game?
Baca.
That was one thing he did very well, was he stayed in the zone.
He stayed in the zone. He did not have as many walks.
I think he had 2 or 3 over like a 4-inning span, whereas Combs, who started the game, had, 6 free bases in 1 inning because he didn't get an out in the second.
Yes, because he had a hit by pitch and a walk and then 4 walks in the first.
As a pickoff to first shows nothing. Cade Cook over there ranging around, taking a pretty aggressive lead. 1-0 count. Misses up and in. Watch out for in your ear, Dante. Dante's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, really looking to get something going. He's walked once, I
Yeah, he
believe.
did walk in his first at bat, struck out in his second, and then grounded out to the third baseman. Almost legged it out for an infield single.
That was a really close play. You're right. That was a hard play. The third baseman had all 3 outs that inning as well. And this is up to make it 3-0. Back-to-back 3-0 counts this inning for the new pitcher, Matos.
Yeah, Matos, 7 pitches thrown, all balls. I would say that this is a almost guarantee take here.
Yeah, you're not
Dante
giving.
as the catcher is going to go out. I wonder if this is buying time for the bullpen.
I mean, at this point, 7 straight balls. You're trying to calm this guy down. I mean, if he's pitching in the game, 3-run game, it's close. This is an important scenario. If you're putting him out, he's not a guy who's normally coming out and throwing 7 straight balls. So your catcher's coming out, hey, you don't throw like this normally. Just go back to your normal rhythm, find your zone, whatever kind of saying they use for that, but just back to your normal stuff. Like, this is not how you throw.
As a former catcher in a situation like this, I'd normally try to go out and tell a joke. Kind of maybe, try to let the pitcher crack a smile of some sort, because these are tense moments.
Yeah.
And just trying to relax him a little bit there.
And it depends on the guy, too. Some guys do not want to lighten up in game. But, yeah, just whatever. And that's part of being a catcher. You know your pitchers. You know what calms them down or speeds them up and gets them going. And you just, whatever it is, that's going to lock him back in. That's what you're going out there to do. And that one misses 8 straight balls. Whatever it was, it didn't work just now. He did seem like he threw harder on that one. That will bring up Will Curcio, 8 straight balls for 2 walks. I would imagine he's going to be pretty patient with the first pitch.
You don't want to limit your 4-hole hitter.
Yeah.
Now
you get a meatball,
but
let it eat.
But you do want to tell him, hey, maybe shrink it just a little bit until you get a strike here.
Something on the corners, you don't need to swing at that. He's probably not going to give you too much. And that one misses as well. 9 pitches in, has yet to find the zone. 1-0 count, nobody out. So after a leadoff solo shot by Ramsey, pulls out the previous pitcher. And there's a called strike. 10th pitch of the inning for Matos gets his first called strike. 10% strike rate, not the best. Usually you want that reversed. 1-1 count to Will Curcio. Here's the pitch. Sky high left side. He may have been jammed on that. Left fielder coming in. He's going to shift around, make the catch just shy of the warning track. Runners tag up. They will both move up a base. So both runners move forward.
Good base running there.
Yeah, good job. So not wasted. I forget, is that considered a sac fly? If
that
they
is
just move
not.
Up?
It's only considered a sac fly
if they score. Whereas with a sac bunt, they don't have to score. That's yeah.
So it'll still count as an at-bat?
Yeah.
Whereas a sacrifice fly does not count as an at-bat.
So at the plate now, we have Logan Stradley. He's 0 for 2, walked in a run earlier this game. And that first pitch, he has no clue where that ball is, but Cade Cook didn't even try to run on it. He bounced that 2 or 3 feet in front of the plate, and the catcher did a good job blocking it, but he had no clue where it went. We apologize. We won't have the field cam for just a second. 1-0 count. Sky high. Looks like it's going to come back and out of play, hopefully. Catcher coming back.
Ooh,
and makes the catch on the gravel.
Stayed in play there.
I think y'all could see that one. It's kind of awkward play. That's the second out of the inning. Now runners on second and third with 2 outs.
That'll bring up Cyrus Campos here for his 4th at-bat. He is 1 for 1, 2 walks so far on the evening. Like to see him get that second hit here, drive these 2 runs in, and keep the rally going.
First pitch to him misses off the plate to make it 1-0. Now, Cyrus has a lot more pop than you would think. He's, smaller build, middle infielder, but he's got speed and power. Like, he will launch the ball out if you give him something to hit. A 1-0 count. Just misses off the plate to make it 2-0. Second and third, 2 outs. Lions lead by 3. with the pitcher Matos coming in. He's thrown 15 pitches. That one's kind of a half swing, just fights it off. It's going to go into the parking lot and hit two cars. 2 for 1. 2 cars with 1 ball. So 2-1 count on Cyrus. Matos gets his sign, and he's going to step back, use his 1 disengagement.
Cyrus has as many car hits as Matos has strikes so far this inning. So
that's unfortunate. That misses away, 3-1. That number's not going to change yet. 3-1 count to Cyrus. Hitters count here, 2 out, second and third, 2 in scoring position. Here's the pitch in the dirt, ball 4. And we will load the bases to bring up our catcher, Jaron Morris, as he has to strip down those leg guards that he had going. All right. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Lions up by 3. Really good chance to extend the lead here. Jaron Morris up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Rare for him as that one misses.
had a couple balls that he's made solid contact with, just not able to find a hole. The right fielder made a nice play early in the game.
1-0 count to Jaron. That one just misses. He might have gotten a little bit squeezed on that call.
Yeah, that could be a situation sometimes where if you're not around the zone, umpires aren't going to give you the benefit of maybe a pitch that's just off, whereas if you've lived around the zone.
This one's hit hard center field. Center fielder drifting over. He's going to stop in front of the warning track and make the catch. Well struck ball. That would have been gone down the corners, but center field being as deep as it is, that will end the inning instead. 3 outs, 3 left on base. Only 1 run scored on that solo shot. We'll be back in the top of the 7th inning. Still 4-1 Lions on the Lions Radio Network.
Mm-hmm.
We are back, top of the 7th inning. Allman back on the mound for his 7th inning of work. He's given up 1, struck out 5, 3 walks, 92 total pitches. He's been pretty good. That one's roped to the left side. feel like we're back in the first inning with that hit. Just a gapper for a single. At least it was quick. One pitch. That was Max Johnson, the 9-hole hitter. He was 0 for 1 with a strikeout prior to that. Now we're back at the top of the order.
Yeah, he took advantage of, getting a second chance there. He was down 0-2, I believe, when the runner was thrown out stealing.
1-2, I think. But he was 2-strike count. He was behind. Unless you checked that and I'm just making stuff up. Pick off, close play at first. 0-0 count. Back at the top of the order, this is Christian Garcia. He's 0 for 3 on the day. No strikeouts. He's made contact, but right at guys so far. I think a couple of weak grounders as well. Another pickoff. Hits the umpire. Allman got lucky. The umpire didn't.
Now you see Curcio over there apologizing to him and kind of putting his arm around him there.
Not doing it anymore, yeah. He kind of went over and apologized to the umpire because he let that ball by him. Lions got lucky. Umpire's part of the field, so that's just the same as it bouncing back off the wall, except a little more painful.
No pain, no game.
Still an 0-0 count to Garcia. Shows bunt. Bunts on the left side. Pretty well placed. Picked up by the third baseman. Throw to first. Too high. Curcio had to jump. It went off his glove. And that's going to go through the gate and out of play from the look of it, which is going to render it a dead ball. I think runner's going to be at second and third. Yeah, he's going to send the runner back who went home.
Tough break there for the Knights. Good break for the Lions, that ball going out of play. Because he was going, and he had a good chance to score right there.
It was a good play by Sabo at third. Like, came up gunning. Wasn't a terrible throw. Just went off of Curcio's glove.
Right off the glove. Those are kind of the hardest ones to catch for a first baseman because you always prepare for the ball in the dirt. So you're kind of in a lower, center of gravity.
Yeah. Having to jump makes it a little harder to react. I would say he probably should have caught it, but it's not expected to get an out at that point. Hard play. Error does go to the third baseman as we get a called strike against Tate Scott, who's also 0 for 3. He has struck out today.
Yeah, struck out looking.
The only backwards K.
The only backwards K for the Knights today.
0 for 1. Here's 0-1. Here's the pitch. That one just missed. I think he's starting to squeeze the zone a little bit compared to what it was earlier in the game. Because he's been given that backdoor curveball so far, but
it's one of the few he hasn't called for a strike today.
Pretty good looking one, too. A 1-1 count. Alman's going to get his sign, come set, take his time. And here's the pitch. Backdoor curveball misses again to make it 2-1. Two-one count, no outs. Runners on second and third as KCU threatens for the first time in a couple innings. That misses very inside. Batter ducking out of the way. Let's make it 3-1. Hitters count here. Allman having to bounce back, being behind in the count. Gets his sign. Here's the 3-1. Fouled off.
On deck batter had to duck out of the way of that one.
That one pieced right back into the net. Now 3-2. And Tate was not going to go down looking for ball 4. He was ready to put one out instead. 3-2 after the foul ball. Allman gets his sign. And the payoff pitch misses down and away, ball 4, and Allman's not happy with himself about that.
So that is going to load up the bases here for the Knights with no outs as Coach Mack is going to come out to the mound. I have not seen a signal yet, so he may just be talking to Allman a little bit here, maybe going over a little bit of strategy here with the infielders. on what they're going to try to do here defensively.
Yeah, he's not ready to give up on Allman yet. One of our key pitchers.
He has thrown the most innings by far,
Mm.
by about 15 innings, I believe, is what me and Coach Mack were talking about earlier today.
Been a
You know,
workhorse for the Lions this year, and even as a reliever last year, he threw a lot of extended outings as a reliever, multiple 3+ inning outings when he needed to. Came in the 7th inning and closed the game, things like that. He can be an absolute workhorse and doesn't have to fear bases loaded.
And it's going to bring up Jan Rivera, who is a 2 for 3 on the evening.
One guy he's been struggling to get out. This will be a doubly big at bat, getting this guy out, not allowing runs to score or minimizing it.
Yeah, even, you would sacrifice a run for a double play probably right here. You
I
would
would
like
agree.
to get the out at home if possible.
That one's hit right up the middle. Line
That's
drive.
going to be a double play.
And the only kind of double play that's not going to allow a run to score. Heads up double play by our second baseman. Yeah, Cyrus over there. Hit right at him, and the runner just had no chance to get back. That's going to be a quick 2 outs.
And making Coach Mack look good right there. You go out, you talk to your pitcher. He's got the bases loaded with no outs, 1 pitch, 2 outs, and just 1 pitch away from leaving this inning with no damage.
We got a
We're going to go
sword.
check there, and that batter did swing, so that is going to be strike 1 to Fidel
Alvear. Yeah, he's 1 for 3. 0-1 count after a sort of a swing.
Yeah, it looks like he may have tweaked something there in his arm. He's kind of shaking it off here. The umpire's giving him a little bit of time as he comes back into our camera view here.
0-1, first and third, 2 outs. I have a feeling Allman's going to try to get that guy at first.
Yeah, he kind of keeps creeping.
Runner goes. Fake throw to second. Nothing happens. Now it's just second and third. Some defensive indifference lets him go. Now 1-1 count, 2 outs, second and third. Force play doesn't matter as much now that we have 2 down. Trying to get this guy at the plate more than anything, and he's going to just miss getting that call. Looks like a little bit low. Make it 2-1.
Big batter right here for both teams in a crucial part of the game here.
2-1 count, 2 outs, second and third. Here's the pitch. Gets a curveball in there for strike 2. That started way up and in and came back. Batter wanted nothing to do with that. I don't blame him. Starts at his eyes, ends up waist high. Now we have 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Allman shuts down the doors on that inning. Nothing to show for KCU. It is 4-1 Lions. We'll be back with the Lions at the plate in the bottom of the 7th on the Lions Radio Network. We are back, bottom of the 7th inning, as Chris Hall takes one well inside it too, so it doesn't matter if it's hard hit. But now we have a 3-2 count after a pretty wild pitch by Matos. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He missed on that one. That might have been the first swing and a miss Chris Hall's had.
Yeah, I feel like he's had a lot of foul balls today.
Yeah. I think everything he's swung at, he's either fouled off or was that home run.
Yes.
Because his last AB, he went down looking on a close pitch. We'll bring up Jake Sabo. He's 1-2 with an RBI on the game.
As well as took one off the hip.
Yeah, he got
in his first at bat.
Hit by pitch back
in the second inning.
That one's fouled off, threw an off-speed inside, and Sabo decided kind of late that he wanted to swing at it. 0-2 count here. Matos, completely different start to this inning than last inning.
Filling the strike zone up this inning.
Last inning, he didn't get his first strike till 3 batters in, and now he's got 2 strikeouts through 2 batters. This is probably what they expected out of him and why they left him in.
Yeah, it makes sense why they left him in watching this inning.
Not his normal self coming in last inning. A couple of quick strikeouts makes it 2 outs on the inning, brings up top of the order Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey's 2 for 3, RBI on the game with that solo shot just last inning. As we plated so many, he's already up at the plate again. And he's not throwing him anything easy. This is the only guy he had not faced in the lineup so far. That one misses a little bit high to make it 3-0. Yeah, Matos came in right after Ramsey's last at bat.
Yes.
And faced everybody else in the lineup for the last 5 outs. 3-0 pitch. Misses away 4 straight balls. That's how he started last inning. That'll bring up Cade Cook. Cade Cook walked his last time up. One of, 3 in a row walks? No, I think it was a walk, and out, and then 2 walks.
Yeah, you got a walk, 2 outs.
That's what it was.
Then a walk.
Now, 2 outs. Runner on first. Cade Cook at the plate. Matos gets his sign. The pitch. This is well in. Cade Cook was ready to let that hit him.
Good job by the catcher there to make that scoop.
That would have been a free base easily for Ramsey. I don't know why my brain.
Depending on the ricochet, too, could have gotten 2 bases out of that.
We have a pretty short backstop there. Hard hit on the left side to the shortstop. Off the shortstop's glove, and that's going to be a base for Cade Cook. That's definitely an error. No doubt about that one. So an error puts on another runner, and Matos would have gotten out of the inning. He's going to have to face another guy, and that's always a good thing for the Lions lineup as number 5, Dante Morton, comes out.
You'd always rather face Dante with nobody on base than 2 guys on base. That is for sure.
For sure. 3 home runs last weekend. Haven't seen one yet. He had 2 in game 1, I think, last Friday. He'll take that one down and in. Pretty off-speed heavy this inning. Probably feeling a little more confident about it after getting some strikes in there. A 1-0 count, first and second, 2 outs. Lions lead by 3. I want to expand that here, make it not a close game. Takes that one in the dirt. He has not yet thrown a strike to Dante.
Nope.
Or Ramsey. Ramsey was a 4-pitch walk, wasn't he?
Well, technically, the ball that was put in play is considered a strike.
Oh, you're right. He just hit into that error.
That would be the 1 strike.
I don't know why I'm forgetting things so quickly. So he's throwing 1 strike to Ramsey. Has not yet thrown 1 to Dante. As we get the 2-0, check second. Here's the pitch. That misses down and away, it looks like. 3-0 count to Dante. See how patient he is with a 3-0 here. He had 1 last inning. And the pitch from Matos. Swing, hard hit ball down the line, the left side. That's going to roll all the way to the corner. Ramsey rounds, he's going to score. Cade Cook coming in, he'll slow down and stop at third base, and that is a 2-out double for Dante Morton. believe that will be an unearned run because the inning would have ended if not for that error. Still an RBI, isn't it?
Yes, it still counts as an RBI for the batter, but does not count as an earned run for the pitcher.
Because the inning would have ended except for that error.
And so that would mean any run scored now will still be considered unearned.
Even if they're the pitcher's fault.
Yes, because the inning would have ended off the error.
Yeah. Catcher's going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
So that's a prime example there. A hitter like Dante, you don't want to limit him, so you don't give him the straight take because, like we saw right there, he gets a pitch he can handle, drives it down the line, ends up putting 2 more runners in scoring position and plating 1.
Well, and Ramsey swung on a 3-0 count too, didn't he? The green light for both of them, I believe. 2 of the best hitters in the lineup. Want to extend the lead here, and we've thrown away so many runners on base. Might as well give them a chance when you know you're ahead in the count.
Oh, and that's going to go off the helmet, I believe,
of Will Curcio. First pitch, that didn't sound much like a helmet. That sounded like he clocked him in the shoulder. And that's going to bring out the KCU head coach after he loads the bases for the second time in less than 2 innings. Yeah, we got a guy coming in from the bullpen. We'll be back in just a second with the name of the new arm. We are back. New pitcher on the mound for KCU coming in this tight situation with bases loaded, 2 outs. This is Logan Martin, number 6, coming in to replace Matos, who's had real trouble with control. And he starts it very differently with a first pitch strike.
So Logan on Logan matchup as Logan Stradley is the batter. So which Logan will prevail?
Stradley 0 for 3. 1 RBI on a walk earlier this game. He's looking for his first hit, as that one's not close enough to swing at. 1-1 to Stradley. 2 outs, bases loaded. Lions lead by 4 now. He takes a hard swing at that one and just hits it foul. Didn't miss by much. It was nearly a repeat of Dante's 3-0 swing.
Very close.
Not hit quite as hard as Dante's was, but in the same spot.
5-1 lead here for the Lions, looking to expand on that as Martin comes set and delivers another foul ball.
Fought off the 1-2 up and in. Just managed to get his bat to it. Still a 1-2 count to Stradley. Looking at the flag by the scoreboard. Wind is pretty dead right now. Which means we'll wait. Check swing again. Fouls it off into the away dugout. His home run, if we'd had this wind earlier, might have gone.
Yep.
May not have been within reach, but it got kind of blown back in and then robbed by the left fielder.
Right fielder.
Right fielder.
He's had a couple web gems today.
Mm-hmm. He's been locked down over there. 1-2 count. And here's the pitch from Logan to Logan. And it's now 2-2.
Martin takes a while to get his signs there from his catcher, and he delivers, and that ball has home run distance and is going to end up foul.
That ball was hit 50 feet past the bullpen, but on the wrong side of the pole, mashed the ball foul. So still a 2-2 count. I think, are we 8 pitches in now? Going on 9?
This will be the 8th.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Martin comes in and shuts down the inning in a tight situation. Lions plate 1. We have not yet scored more than 1 run in an inning, even though it is 5-1. We'll be back in the top of the 8th. KCU trails by 4 with them back at the plate on the Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the 8th inning, as that pitch is fouled off by Daniel Hernandez. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts so far this game. Back on the mound for the Lions for his 8th inning of work, Jacob Allman. I guess he's going for his 2nd complete game this season. As that one misses away. We've got a new catcher coming in. Garrett Warden replaces Jaron Morris. Veteran backstop coming in to replace the true freshman catcher. Kind of a defensive replacement, as that one's fouled back off into the net again to make it 1-2. 1-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Lead-off batter on the inning as the infield plays back. All except the third baseman. That one misses down and away to make it 2-2.
Allman comes set. He gets a sign from his catcher. Delivers a high ball 3, so that'll run it to a full count here. As Allman comes set for the payoff pitch here on the 3-2 count.
Check swing.
Did
Did he go?
Yes,
He
he
did go.
did.
Wow.
It's his third strikeout on the evening there. A little bit of a delayed call by the third base umpire there for strike 3 swinging.
Hernandez has 3 of Allman's 7 strikeouts on the game. As that'll bring up Ty Scott, who has not struck out. He's 2 for 3. 1 RBI via a solo shot, the only run Allman has given up this game. As he shows bunt and pulls it back. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Misses away. Two-0 count now. That one's hit sky high, left side, pretty well struck. It's coming down. Caught by the left fielder Logan Stradley on the warning track. For the second out in the top of the 8th inning.
2 up, 2 down here for Allman, as now he will face Zach Lyons, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a walk and a single. Recorded an out on the first pitch of his last at bat, so let's see if he comes out to ambush again. As Allman is set and delivers, and I think he was taken the whole time there, and that's strike 1.
0-1 count now to Zach Lyons. 1 for 2, no strikeouts. 2 outs on the board, nobody on. And there's another called strike. Starting to paint that outside corner again, getting the call. 0-2 count. And the pitch. Called strike 3 in the same spot. And Zach Lyons goes down looking on 3 pitches. 3 up, 3 down for Allman at top of the 8th. We'll be going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lions lead 5-1 on the Lions Radio Network. We are back. Bottom of the 8th inning. Lions back at the plate. Cyrus Campos leading off for the Lions as he takes the first pitch for a ball. I thought he was going to throw his arm out and call it a strike. A 1-0 count to Cyrus. Cyrus is 1 for 1, but he's walked 3 times. He's been on base every single time he's been to the plate, and he's stolen 2 bases while at it. As he takes another one off the plate for 2-0. Back on the mound, this is Logan Martin, and for his second inning of work, he threw a third of an inning over 8 pitches last inning. As he throws the 2-0 to Cyrus, called strike, catches the inside corner. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip. Cyrus took a big cut at it, but he was pretty early. 2-2 on Cyrus. Right side of the infield playing very far back as that one misses up and run the count full. Second baseman's in right field. First baseman playing at the edge of the grass. Shortstop is. Third baseman's just kind of normal depth, but farther off the line. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4.
4th walk of the day for Cyrus.
They can't seem to pitch to him. Only time they have, he got a hit.
And if my scorebook is right, he received that hit on a 3-0 count.
That's right. I believe so. So we've had at least three batters swing on a 3-0 count and reach base, one of them via an error. And it looks like, oh, yeah. This is Garrett Warden, who came in to replace Jaron Morris. No, sorry, that's wrong. This is Zach Terry, who is pinch hitting for Jaron. Terry, one of our first baseman candidates. He's had some playtime this season. Had an actually like a launched home run a few weeks back. He finally got into one and just sent it to the moon. Already at a 2-0 count now by Martin. Here's the 2-0. Big cut on a fastball up in the zone. Make it 2-1. This one's hit sky high, foul out of play. It's going to land on the hill to our left.
Terry gets set to receive another 2-2 pitch.
2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes in the dirt for ball 3, and that's going to be a free base for Cyrus.
That'll still count as a stolen base. So that'll be his 3rd stolen base on the evening. 4 walks, 3 stolen bases, and a single. Not a bad stat line.
Pretty solid day. Love to have him on my fantasy team. 3-2 count to Zach Terry, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a fastball above the zone. Brings up to the plate Chris Hall. Looking for his second hit of the day. His one hit went deep. Took the lead back in the second. He was responsible for that, and then we've extended it since. Hard hit left side, out of play, foul. Got ahead of that one. Oh, 1 count. Runner on second, 1 out. Lions lead by 4. A 5-1 game. Hard hit on the left side again. Just foul. umpire jumping out of the way of that ball.
So this is Chris Hall's 5th plate appearance, all 5 getting to 2 strikes. Still being able to hit that home run with 2 strikes. Started an 0-2 count that ended in a walk. So definitely not afraid to hit with 2 strikes here.
Here's the 0-2. Misses up to make it 1-2. Yeah, 2 strikes every single AB. One of them ended extremely well for him.
That one included a couple, or the walk and the home run both included a couple of fouls off, too, with 2 strikes.
Yeah, that first AB, he fouled off like 3 or 4 pitches before finally finding one, and that's going to find him. Hit by pitch. He takes one on the numbers to get a free base.
Don't die.
We got a new pitcher coming in, it looks like, as the head coach for KCU heads out to the mound. That is the end of the day for Martin. He gets 2 outs, both via the strikeout, 24 pitches. And they're going to put somebody else in. We'll be back in just a minute with the name of the new pitcher. We are back. New pitcher on the mound for KCU, and his first pitch is going to miss upstairs to Garrett Warden, who came into the game to catch and replace Jaron, who caught the first 7 innings. Lions lead 5-1. Check swing, he went to make it 1-1. First and second, 1 out. Lions trying to expand their lead every chance they get. We've had lots of base runners get on. Not many have scored. Less than a third, I believe, of our base runners have scored. There's a check swing. It's going to be fouled off into the away dugout. Two-one count, 1 out. I think it's a 1-2 count.
1-2 count, yes.
Yeah, scoreboard has it wrong. 1-2 count, 1 out. As Seth Fitch gets his sign, and that one's blocked up by the catcher. Good job by him. Now it is 2-2. Two count, 1 out. First and second. Warden's first AB of the day, and that one's going to miss away. Garrett has he's gotten a lot of walks this season. He's been really patient to play. He's been good at drawing walks and not being overly aggressive.
It's always key for someone if you come in off the bench, you know, you want to hit, but at the same time you want to be patient. Make sure you hit your pitch.
3-2. Hit sky high to the right side, kind of towards foul territory. Caught,
No, he
gloved,
missed it.
but dropped by is that the first baseman? Yeah, the
Yes.
first baseman. As the second baseman was over by the bag. First baseman gets over, puts a glove on it, but is not able to hold on to it. Count
Right there
remains
in
3-2.
Right there in front of that line's dugout.
You can't see it on the camera because of the angle. We could barely see the play.
No, I just saw the ball bounce.
Yeah. I saw his glove go up.
It's another 3-2 pitch here. And that one is going to be hit to right field in foul territory as well. One of the few plays the right fielder has not been able to make today. Great effort there.
His absolute maximum range from the look of it. He went sliding, almost got a glove on it, and the ball bounced out of field of play. New baseball for the pitcher. So we are 7 pitches into this AB. And another 3-2 count to Garrett Warden.
I like to say 3-2-1 blast off here as we've got a 3-2 count with 1 out.
That sure would be great. We put 3 more on the board for the Lions. 3-2, the payoff pitch. Misses up and in, ball 4. It's going to load the bases, and I'm fairly certain that Garrett Warden's going to get a courtesy runner as the catcher. He doesn't run for himself. One of the nice things about NAIA baseball, catchers do not run. Batting now for the Lions, leadoff hitter Caleb Ramsey. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI as he takes a big cut at the first pitch he sees. Looks like a changeup maybe down in the zone. We got a pinch runner or courtesy runner for Garrett. That is Cam Mullins over on first base. I forgot to mention it a couple innings back when Jaron last got on. Oh, no, sorry, when Curcio last got on. That one misses. When Curcio last got on, we had Wes Davis come in and pinch run him. He's one of our red shirts that has not gotten to play yet, making his first appearance. He got to dress today. So a 1-1 count to Caleb Ramsey. And the pitch. Hit hard, right center field on a line. Center fielder drifting over. He's going to make the catch. Runners tag up. Second and third, both going. Play at third base, not in time. That's going to score a run. A sac fly for Caleb Ramsey. His second RBI makes it 6-1 for the Lions. The ball just has not been flying towards center field as I have seen it before. I've seen it go out that center field fence, but it's been pretty dead today. Batting now for the Lions, Cade Cook. Cook is 0 for 4 on the day. No strikeouts. He's just been hitting the ball right at guys.
Does have 1 walk and reached on an error in his last at-bat. Be a good time to pick up that first hit on the day here today.
First pitch not even close. Way off the plate. Off speed. Like he yanked some kind of slider. So 1-0. First and third. Likely we'll see some aggression on the base paths by Caleb Ramsey over there at first base. That one's fouled off, up and in fastball. Cook being fairly aggressive. Looking for his first hit of the day. A 1-1 count, 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Runner goes. Check swing. He didn't go. No throw. That's just going to be probably defensive indifference, not a stolen base. They may rule it a stolen base, but it's not quite the same. So 2-1 count.
Now that base hit can drive in 2 as we have 2 runners in scoring position. As he's going to take strike 2 to bring it to a deuces wild count here. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Be good for the Lions to get that first crooked number on the scoreboard. 1 run in 6 different innings.
This was hit hard in the right field line. Down into the corner. Cade Cook, but not able to keep it fair. Still a 2-2 count, 2 outs. KCU still has more hits than the Lions, even though they have 5 less runs. And the pitch, bad pitch off the plate. Catcher can't hold on to it. That's going to score a run. A wild pitch by Seth Fitch. That rhymes. Wild pitch by Seth Fitch puts in a run for the Lions. It also makes it 3-2 for Cade Cook. Chris Hall scored there. Cam Mullins. One of those is a lot better at baseball. I think I can say pretty fairly. Cam Mullins over at third base. As we have a 3-2 count to Cade Cook.
And even if he's not better, he's making a lot more money.
A lot more people know him. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's not even close for ball 4. Game slightly getting away from the KCU pitchers. We'll get a count on how many free bases the Lions have gotten. It's a lot. We have 1 less hit, 6 more runs because there's been a lot of free base pads. Batting now for the Lions, number 5, Dante Morton, shortstop, captain of the team.
I have 17 by my count.
Goodness. I wasn't even expecting that many. 17 free bases. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Picks up the ball well shy of the bag. 1-0 count to Dante. 17 free bases. 7 hits. So 24 men have reached base in some capacity, including a couple home runs. And 1 error. The 1-0 pitch. Swing. Looks like he foul tipped it, but the catcher hold on to it. Second and third, 2 outs now.
Dante was looking to do some damage with that swing.
That one's in the dirt, blocked up by the catcher. Did a good job getting to that one to make it 2-1. I think we have a pinch hitter on deck behind Dante coming in for Will Curcio. That is Wes Davis, who I mentioned earlier, might be getting his first AB as a redshirt freshman. There's a called strike to Dante to make it 2-2. Another set of 2s. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. 2 runs this inning.
Yeah, it was good to get that crooked number up on the board finally.
Lots of 1s and 0s. It's been code so far for both teams. That one's hit straight back, almost off our light pole, almost off the car behind us.
Almost off the car pulling out.
Almost hit one of my teammates. Still a 2-2 count after that foul ball. Here's the pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. Another bases loaded count. Cade Cook on second. Cam Mullins on third. 2 outs. Full count. Lions lead 7-1. Here's the payoff pitch. Hard hit left side. That's going to get through the infield out of reach of the shortstop. As Cade Cook takes an aggressive, almost a turn at third, gets there pretty quickly. That's going to score a run to make it 8-1 Lions. Dante gets another RBI, a single. And I believe that will bring up Wes Davis for his first AB. And we are back. We will have a pinch hitter, but it's not West. They changed it last second. This is Angel De La Cruz, who has been our DH for most of the season. But that one's hard hit to right center field. That's deep. That is gone. 3-run home run on the first pitch for Angel De La Cruz. His first appearance this series, plates 3, and I believe that might be the ball game. Three-run home run makes it 11-1. Lions now lead by 10. And that is going to be a run rule. Game over. What a way to go.
Somebody in the booth may have called that one.
Yeah, my compatriot here may have called a walk-off. Now, he called it when Wes was on deck, but it did happen, just not the way you expected.
Yeah, not the call I would have had, but anyway, it's a good win for the Lions. Good start to the series. Really able to take advantage in that last 8th inning of some of the free bases that they'd been getting all game. So good job there by the Lions to kind of put this game away and not leave anything to chance.
That was a hard hit ball that I finally felt like went as far as it looked like it would.
Yeah, you can see that flagpole has definitely died down from what it was.
That
Probably in kind of the middle innings when the sun first started to go down, the wind did pick up a little bit, but in the last inning or two has really died down.
So that will end the game. 11-1, Lions win. Game 1 is now over. We'll be back tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock for Game 2 of the doubleheader that we'll have tomorrow. The last 2 games between KCU and Bryan. We will see y'all tomorrow on the Lions Radio Network.